time I let them all burn. They tried to count me out.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, back to Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Fournette once more on 2nd down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Brady. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Now a play fake. Brady. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A first down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Eagles.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On first down, Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it, predictably at least. Somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, the jet sweep, this is Godwin. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Brady now on first down. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, a 5-yard touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Succop for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, Boston Scott. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They go play action with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 22, Hurts flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You get,
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 78 yards.
And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try now for Succop. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking here for Smith downfield.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Breaks a tackle. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2? They will run it. It's Fournette. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Complete. Smith has it. And some room to roam now. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
43 yards.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to